Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hopefully, this is on YouTube. If it isn't, oh well, we're gonna have to deal with the cards that we've been dealt with. But welcome to the album listening for Twice's Ready to Be EP. We checked out the title track already, and that was tremendous fun. I very much enjoyed it. But we have B-sides to check out, so of course, as is with the releases that I particularly have an interest in, we're going to be doing an album listen and just kind of vibe along with the album. So here we go. Nice, short, simple, to the point. When it comes to the album, we're going to skip over the title track, Set Me Free, and the English version, which is track number 7 on the album. Then we're going to skip Moonlight Sunrise because, well, we've already watched it here. So, we're going to go through Got the Thrills, got Blame It On Me, we got Wallflower, and we got Crazy Stupid Love. And I believe Blame It On Me and Crazy Stupid Love have writing credits from Dubu, right? Yeah. Yeah, Dubu on lyrics, which is tremendously exciting. Good to see some members get involved with the songwriting process, always fun. But let's just go in order of the album. Start with Got the Thrills. If you want to skip ahead to any song in particular, the timeline is always going to be chaptered based off of what song we're listening to. So if you want to skip ahead, just refer to that down there. If you're just in it for the long haul, let's just jump right into it. Here we go. And of course, with the massive size that Twice's fandom has, there's lyric videos for everything, so no worries about that. Kind of like a soft rock groove to it right now. Is this chorus or is this bridge or pre-chorus? What a chorus! Oh my goodness! Short and sweet on the rap verse. Really nice rhythm playing around with that one. And again, rapper Momo coming to take over the world. Woo. Chuyu's voice on that line is really pretty. Nice to hear more Jonghyun front and center on the vocal parts as well. Her voice really works with this. Mina on the bridge, welcome back. Nice synths. Ooh, that was a tasty track. That was like a really simple, like synthy, almost like pop rock type song, and I vibes with it. I vibes with it heavy. It's really easy to listen to. Like, there isn't too much going on that'll like at least make my musical brain really confused by it. not a lot, if I remember correctly and if I heard it correctly, not a lot of like really in your face choruses in a way. I say that mainly because like if you listen to Gio and Nayeon's voices, especially on choruses when they're like belting or like really powerful singing, their voices are so powerful that it almost punches clear the song like on its own. We didn't get too much of that, if at all, I feel like. And I don't know if it's because they were like, if there were moments where Gio was holding back on her vocals, or if Gio just didn't get as much of the choruses, that like front and center on the choruses. But like she was scattered around a little bit more like widely throughout the song, whether it be like little phrases here and there. But I like it. I really like it. There's definitely a more mature sound, and I think that's kind of like the direction that Twice have been going for a while now. It's just kicking in now just how much of a change they've made. Like if we go back to pre-COVID was like Dance the Night Away. Like that is a very like almost like youthful like song in a way. Come COVID, we had stuff like Can't Stop Me, which kind of was riding off of that like synth wave, wasn't it? The retro synth wave of 2020. Cry for Me was a rather mature sound, and then we had stuff like The Feels, we had Scientist, like what was it, Talk That Talk. Their sound is slowly progressing into a more mature sound, and I like it because I think they suit this sound a lot better now. And man, when you have 9 members and they're all so talented, you can cover so much range, and they sound so good together. Like there's a level of comfort to their singing in that like they're comfortable singing together because they've been singing together for 7, 8 years now. Really cool stuff. Blame It On Me. Here we go. This is one of the songs with Dubu on lyrics, so very different sound. Getting at least one part of the rapping done early. Anti-drop? Delayed drop. Delayed re-entry into the verse as well. Vocalist Dubu on this one this time. I really appreciate the fact that Jungyeon is getting involved a lot in that like middle to lower register. It suits her really well. This drop is really interesting though. It's not a very typical twice drop. Remember what I said about Jungyeon and her lower to mid register? Scrap that. Just Jungyeon, period. Interesting kind of like sound they've gone with this. Because Blame It On Me kind of gives me like late 90s like backwoods American rock music vibes in a way. It's very specific, but if you know, you know. It's it's slower than like typical rock music would be. It's a lot broader in terms of the sound. Like the signature sound is essentially just big broad hits instead of a really complicated quick riff. I don't know how I feel about this one yet. It's one of those songs where you can kind of like aimlessly vibe along to it. I'm appreciating the Jonghyun center parts, very much so. Liking that whenever Momo is getting lines, that like proper singing lines, that she's getting it in that comfortable register, not the like high one that I feel like she's been forced to sing in a lot. I know she was one of the people that got her voice heavily filtered throughout the song, which I have thoughts about. It's case dependent. I think on this one, I understand why they did it. Then the delayed drop. Delayed drops are interesting because they're hit or miss for me, and I don't know where I sit on this one yet. I think Blame It On Me, I'm gonna need to give it a couple more listens to see how I vibe with. Just on first listens alone, I'm still a little bit on the fence about it. But that's okay. I don't need to like everything right off the gate, because that's just not good for me. But I don't hate the song at all, though. Not one bit. I think for like a proper analysis of it, I'm gonna need to sit down with this one. It still gets a passing grade from me anyway. So, what is next? Wallflower. Interesting vibe here. Yes, vocals Momo in her lower register. Her voice just sounds so much more comfortable down at this register. I'm vibing with this one already. Riser, second part of the chorus. Oh, that was a short post-chorus. Okay, back into the verse. With the key it's written in, and the bass beat, there's a certain like playfulness to it that I'm quite liking. But there's also a sense of like maturity to it, and sort of refinement. This chorus is really nice. Early Riser. Such an interesting post-chorus. And we get it again. I like that the song's been really low. Even Dude was rapping in a lower pitch here as well. Geo in the background popping off. Still low though. Is that it? Oh, I wanted one more post-chorus segment to finish the song, but I think this song's really interesting because it's not. I feel like there's traits of like Twice tracks in here, but I love that the entire song is low. Like the vocal register that everyone is singing is low, and I think that's so cool because I feel like when it comes to Twice, you kind of come to expect like the powerful high notes from like Nayeon and Jihyo, and like the really floaty high notes from like Mina and Sana, and the nice rich tones from Jonghyun and Ji, and you get kind of none of that in this, but it's not missing it. Like this song, within the context of this song, everyone's singing parts fits absolutely perfectly. The low register, the kind of like sophisticatedness to their tone is perfect for this. I really hope there's more like this. Just if not now, then in the future. Because this is like the type of Twice that I feel like has been missing. I think like singing in the lower register hopefully will be like a song style that is being used more in the future because I think it suits more members' voices. It 100%, for me at least, it 100% suits Momo's voice for me. Jonghyun in that low tone, as much as I love her high tone, her low tone is something special. Mina and Ju, once you get into like the really low tones, there's a little like je ne sais quoi about them. It's really cool when you listen to it. I do, and like they kind of keep that like softness to their voice, but there's a little different tone to it. And then Sana, when she talks really low, is such a like a culture shock for me because we're kind of used to her being like, you know, cutesy Sana, clingy Sana, high energy Sana in a way. But then all of a sudden you hear her singing that low voice, and we're just like, hey yo, hold up, wait a minute. And it's something special, you know. Oh, Wallflower, good song. I like this one a lot. Crazy Stupid Love. Okay. Emo rock vibes? Nice vocal ad-lib. Jonghyun was one of the people on the vocal ad-lib right there. Oh, it's slow. She's shining. Yes, again with the low register for Momo. Let's go, songwriting team. Okay, so less emo rock and more like rock anthem in a way. Or like a ballad type anthem. I'm not mad at it. Ooh. I feel like this is a long bridge, but I'm not mad at it. Nice transition back into the main chorus. Really smart choice to have Nayeon's note trail off there. That is your quintessential Twice B-side right there. It doesn't get any more Twice than that. The music is absolutely just, it screams Twice. The way it's been written, the way it's been organized, the way it just kind of flows into the ears is just Twice. But also, Jonghyun center moments. Yes, I love it. I love how much love and attention she's getting this era. Just in general with the music, it's so heartwarming to see. Because God knows she deserves it. Out of all the members, like she is absolutely glowing this era, and I'm so happy for her. She has not had an easy couple years. Let's be honest. But ooh, ooh, they're very stylistically different songs, aren't they? But at the same time, like each song flows very similar to each other in that there really is no song that's hard to listen to. Sometimes when you, especially on a big, big group, they're bound to kind of experiment throughout their album, depending on like, or like their sound is going to differ based off of the like sound team that's behind the project, whether it be the composer or the arranger or even like mixing or lyricists. If it's a different team for every single song, it's going to be really hard to get a sense of like seamlessness across the album. And like with Twice, and I'm gonna use Pixie as a reference because I did their album listen earlier today. Pixie essentially had the same sound team across the entire EP. With Twice, it's not going to be that way. They're going to pull producers and songwriters from all across the industry and all over the world for their music. But the one thing that they managed to get correctly and like really easy is the fact that all the songs on this album are super easy to listen to, regardless of who's written it, who's composed it. Oh, right, in terms of like lyrics or the melodic top line or who mixed it. Every single song is super easy to listen to, and I think that's so important, especially for a big group like this. Because I mean, obviously, whoever's going to listen to the album, they're going to listen to the most, like their favorites. They're going to listen to their favorites the most. But at least for me, I wouldn't have a problem with listening to this album from beginning to end. Just it's an album that you can just kind of pop on and just dance along, sing along, vibe along, whatever you do along to music, and just it's extremely flexible in the application of it. It's extremely flexible in the just like when and where you can listen to it. The music isn't like there's nothing too emotional that's gonna make you bawl your eyes out, like a really emotional and like touching ballad. There's also nothing that's like ridiculously in your face about it. It's just all a nice vibe. Every single song passes the general vibe check. If I'm correct in thinking, yes, the next version is the English version of Set Me Free. I know we watched the MV and it's just going to be English lyrics, so I'm just going to leave it be for now. But it's been a hot minute since I feel like I've listened to a Twice album in its entirety. Like, I'm trying to think, like, Talk and Talk era, between 1 and 2. Yeah, it's just generally been a while since I listened to a full, like, Twice album in a way. And that was a pleasant experience. There was some like quintessential Twice in there. There was a little bit of different stuff in there, and overall, just kind of a clear direction on which way their sound's going. Like Moonlight Sunrise, when we first heard it, I know at least for me and a few other people within my SNS circles that just thought that okay, their sound is progressing again, and it's progressing into a more mature and refined sound. And I'm glad to see that that's carried over through the rest of the album because while there are certain like elements of Twice that's still there, there's clear distinction between like older Twice and current era Twice, especially with their sound and how the members are like tackling each section that they're assigned. And it's really cool because we're getting new stuff from Twice. It's been 8 years and we're getting new stuff from Twice. And that's so cool. We love to see it. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you all for watching. If this made it onto YouTube and you want to see more channel like this, up there you can find the back catalog stuff watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you didn't watch this video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye-bye.